Hello and welcome to our live feed today. And my name is Mike Mackey. I'm the Director of Operations for the IT Solutions Group here at Loffler Companies. And I'm here today to talk about phishing. And I'm going to talk about two different kinds of phishing. First of all, the kind that most people know, which is phishing for fish. And I have a few things that I want to talk about there. Now, I'm going to relate that to phishing, which is actually a bad thing, and it's what criminal organizations are doing to companies and to people right now, and how that relates to phishing. Just a little fun here this afternoon. So anyway, we have a couple of lures here, and why I brought that up is that we have, there's different ways that people are attacking companies. They are casting nets. And that's kind of the low-grade way to do. They just throw stuff out there and see what kind of species of fish they're catching. So what kind of people can they capture in throwing out that net? And that's just a general phishing attack. You might have seen these. I'm a non-Apple user, but I got somebody asking me for an Apple ID one time through an email. And I knew that was a phishing attempt right there because of that. I got something from a friend who said, hey, check this out. And I knew that friend wasn't that type of person. And then you go and look at their email address and you notice, hey, you know what? That's just their name. The email address doesn't look like it. That's a phishing attack all the time. And that's casting the net. Now, when you get into more specific talking, or when you get into more specific phishing attacks, you can have spear phishing. So a lot of some fishing is done with a spear. So you're actually going after a particular fish, a species, the size of the fish, that type of thing. So you're actually going in and saying, okay, I am going to attack this one thing. When I go fishing, I might have a guide for that. So I'm actually using somebody else to help me get to the spot on the lake or in the ocean or on the river, and I am going to be going directly in there and taking a look at exactly what I want to do. So I will be catching a walleye maybe, and I'm going to be using this type of lure, a jointed rapala, and in this color because I want to use this. And I'm going to be trying out different ones. I might be using the tiger here and using that instead of the blue one. They're almost identical, except they're just a little bit different. And I'm going to try different things. That's what the phishing attacks are doing. The bad people out there are actually testing different things to see who responds and how many people they can get to be suckered in by that fish. So they might be using things like this, jigs, just bobbing along, making sure that they're trying different things. Now, when you get into that specific spear phishing, what you're going to see is they're going to be much more, they're going to do a lot of research. So they're going to look up, you know what, who is the CFO of our company? And that's easy to find out. You know, CFOs, they're public. You know who a CFO of a company is. You're going to know who the CEO is. So let me try this one. I'm going to send a message to the CFO, make it look like it's from the CEO, and I'm going to ask for him to wire some funds to an account because I'm looking to work with this partner and they need money. And they'll just send an email, yep, let's do this. That is called whaling. They are now aiming at the CEO and the CFO to get specific, really specific, and attack those people. So that's kind of where we're at with the spear phishing, the whaling, and phishing in general. Now, as we go through this, one of the things that's important to remember is that the whole time you're doing this, you see these things, it's important to have defense in depth out there. So how do I protect myself from these phishing attacks? When a fish is dangled right in front of their nose, and happens a lot, they don't always bite. And that's what we want to see from everybody out there, is when the phishing attack happens, we want to make sure that you are not biting on any of that stuff. So what we recommend, what Loffler recommends, is defense in depth. So there's many different things that has to do with a good security policy that everybody knows about, being able to use tools like KnowBe4, which is a security awareness tool that actually goes out and for the company and has these phishing attacks, but they're not real. And if the user clicks on it, it sends them to school. Get that one? School. It sends them to school, and they will learn what it looks like to not to click on those things anymore. So that's the security awareness portion. You also need good things like antivirus, a good modern antivirus that is going to be able to screen a lot of that stuff so it doesn't even get to your user, and it warns them, hey, this may be a bad thing. Or you see sometimes now that a lot of companies have implemented it's from an outside source, so be careful of that. That's also an important thing to do. Firewalls, modern firewalls that are looking for this content and blocking it in the first place is a great way to make sure that you have, that's another portion of your defense in depth. So what I would like to tell everyone to do is, if you have questions about this, then go to our website at loffler.com and look at our IT portion and contact your representative to help you. Thank you and have a great day.